ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Stage Talk Live. Tonight's story is one of those moments where you hear the headline, pause for a second, and ask yourself whether the news accidentally switched places with a comedy show. Because somehow, once again, American politics has delivered a plot twist that no one asked for, no one expected, and yet everyone is talking about Greenland. Yes, Greenland. A massive icy island thousands of miles away has suddenly become the center of political headlines, social media arguments, and late-night conversations. And if you're confused, don't worry, you're not alone. The entire world is confused right along with you. The idea itself feels like it came from a brainstorming session that should have ended with someone saying, "No, seriously, let's not say that out loud." And yet here we are. Commentators are talking about it seriously. Politicians are being asked to respond seriously. News anchors are saying the word Greenland with completely straight faces. And the rest of us are sitting at home thinking, did I miss a season or did reality just reboot itself? What makes this moment fascinating isn't just the headline itself, but how quickly it took over the conversation. 1 minute people were arguing about elections, inflation, and international policy, and the next minute everyone became an expert on Arctic geography. Suddenly, people who couldn't point to Greenland on a map last week are now debating its strategic value with full confidence. That's the magic of modern politics. It doesn't just inform, it distracts, entertains, and overwhelms all at once. And of course, social media did what social media always does. Within minutes, memes flooded timelines, maps were edited, jokes were written faster than facts could catch up. Because in today's world, if something sounds absurd enough, it doesn't just become news, it becomes content, and content spreads faster than logic ever could. Now, supporters frame the idea as bold thinking, as unconventional leadership, as looking beyond traditional boundaries. Critics, on the other hand, saw it as another example of chaos disguised as confidence. And most people just laughed, shared a meme, and scrolled on. But here's the interesting part. No matter where you stood, you were paying attention. Whether you were defending it, criticizing it, or mocking it, you were engaged. And engagement is the real currency of modern politics. International reactions added another layer of disbelief. Calm statements were released as polite clarifications were issued. And beneath all of it was a tone that quietly said, "We did not plan for this question today." Somewhere in Greenland, people were going about their normal lives when suddenly their home became a trending topic halfway across the world. Imagine waking up, checking your phone, and realizing millions of strangers are discussing whether your homeland should be part of someone else's political debate. Cable news didn't help. Urgent music played. Breaking news banners flashed. Panels filled with serious faces discussing a topic that felt more surreal by the minute. This is the era we live in, where the presentation of news often matters more than the substance itself. If it looks important enough, it becomes important, at least for the day. What's remarkable is how quickly other major stories were pushed aside. Economic concerns, legislative battles, regulatory hearings, all of it faded into the background. The public reaction followed a familiar pattern. Initial shock, immediate jokes, endless arguments, and then fatigue. But even as people claimed they were tired of it, they kept watching. They kept clicking. They kept reacting. Because in a media environment built on attention, even frustration is valuable. There's also a deeper truth hiding underneath all of this. Politics today isn't just about laws and policies. It's about moments that dominate attention, moments that feel bigger than life, moments that spread faster than explanations. And when those moments happen, they shape perception more than facts ever could. That's why this story matters beyond the laughs. It shows how easily the narrative can shift, how quickly seriousness can be replaced with spectacle, and how leaders, media, and audiences all participate in the same loop, reacting, responding, and amplifying. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, other political figures jumped into the conversation, offering commentary, reactions, and in some cases, surprise statements that only added fuel to the fire. Washington thrives on reaction. Silence creates suspicion. Noise creates headlines. And everyone is always choosing between the two. Even regulatory hearings and official testimonies struggled to compete for attention. Serious topics were happening, but they didn't trend the way Greenland did. And that tells you everything you need to know about how attention works now. Importance doesn't guarantee visibility. Shock does. Social media accelerated it all. Clips were shared. Thumbnails were designed. Opinions were condensed into slogans. In this environment, complexity loses. Simplicity wins. And nothing is simpler than a headline that makes people say, "Wait, what?" So here we are, laughing, debating, and watching the cycle repeat itself. Because today it's Greenland, tomorrow it will be something else entirely. Another unexpected headline, another wave of reactions, another moment where politics feels less like governance and more like entertainment. Before you click away, remember this feeling: the confusion, the disbelief, the laugh that turns into a question. Because that's modern politics in a nutshell. It keeps you guessing, it keeps you watching, and it never warns you what's coming next. So stay with us, stay curious, stay skeptical, and above all, stay watching. Because if today's headline surprised you, tomorrow's might be even stranger. This is Stage Talk Live, and we'll see you next time.